travel into some incredible footballing cities that you may not know too much about. This time, I'm back in the Balkans for one hell of a derby with one of the best atmospheres in the world. It's Bosnia's biggest match, Željezničar vs FK Sarajevo.
It's the biggest game in the whole country, and also it's the biggest game in Sarajevo, in the city.
Yeah, it's it.
Ima tu neku magiju, taj klub je radnički klub. Nikad nismo bili neki bogataši, nikad nismo imali previše novca. Uvijek smo stvarali najbolje rezultate.
Sarajevo is the younger club.
Sure.
Željo is older, but that doesn't mean that Željo is better.
Ova utakmica ima velikog značaja u samom gradu jer je grad podijeljen na dvije boje, bordo i plavu.
Is it true also I hear that some families, half will be Željo, half will be Sarajevo?
Yeah, we have that kind of families in our club. One of my teammates, his father was cheering for Sarajevo and he was playing for Željo, so they didn't spoke.
I don't talk to my father on match day actually. He is a Sarajevo fan and he tries to talk to me, but I don't talk back.
One of our advantages against Sarajevo is that we have a lot of more players that are from our youth squads and that are from this town, and they really know what this derby means to this city and to the fans.
Of all the places I've visited on derby days, this one has perhaps the most tragic recent history. You can't really talk about football in this city without talking about the devastating effects of the war that took place in the Balkans during the 1990s. Between 1992 and 1995, Sarajevo was under siege, and the part of the city where Željezničar are based was behind enemy lines, occupied by Serbian forces. So Grbavica, this was an area that was...
Yeah, it was first line of the war. It was no man's land.
And the football stadium was in the middle of it all?
Yeah, the field was covered with mines. You had tanks beyond the south stand. You have trenches.
It's shocking to think that where I'm standing now was the bobsled run for the 1984 Winter Olympics, which Sarajevo hosted, and then only 8 years later it became the front line of the war.
The league stopped from, I don't know, 1901 to 1904.
Yeah.
And after 1904, the league started again, but only the Bosnian side. So the league quality was low.
The war really, you can say, destroyed whole society and whole sport, especially Željo.
Ali ja mislim da nas je taj rat izbližio, navijače, igrače, upravo da nas je izbližio, da smo nakon njega izašli jači. Nekoliko godina poslije rata nam je trebalo da se sve to vrati.
The clubs in this city are the perfect example of something that we see all around the world. What does football mean to people of Bosnia and Sarajevo?
Football helps a lot for the peace here in our country.
We kind of look for football for that little piece of happiness.
It's amazing how football can really heal people, because you have all kinds of problems here, economical, unemployment, everything. But when our national team went to the Brazil, people forgot about it. People really forgot about it.
Jedini spas da malo pobjegneš od stvarnosti je bila ta čarobna lopta. Svaki slobodan trenutak smo hvatali gdje kada ne padaju granate da odigramo neku utakmicu. Sasvim sigurno da je fudbal nas održao u životu. Zdravi, pametni, ako smo tako.
I watched with my eyes when I was like 5 or 6 this neighborhood reconstructing, and club was like
the epicenter.
Epicenter of all of it in people's minds. Željo had a massive impact.
We are still here, and we keep fighting for our club, we keep fighting for our colors.
Whatever the circumstances in your country or life, whatever the quality of football on offer, this game always gives you something very few other things do.
The football is the only thing that we have.
It's a ray of happiness in another depressive life, you know. You just come here, come to the game, see Željo beat someone 5-0, and then you're happy. You're happy for one moment of time.
When I go to sleep, I think about club. It's in every sphere of our lives.
We don't have money, our clubs don't have millions. The biggest thing for us are our clubs and our mates on stands. And we stand for it for the rest of our lives. On Balkan, football is more than a game.
Even though we are big rivals, there are times and tough times where we're together, like war. We had the war, we were together.
During the war, nobody look who club do you like most. You know, we are in heavy situations. We are all brothers here.
We are the same. They are fans, we are fans. Basically, we are the same. It's just a different color.
Whether you're out on the pitch playing the game or in the terraces screaming your heart out, this game transcends the everyday. It helps you forget what you want to forget and feel something better.
And so it's the story of the trip, really. Another incredible Bosnian character has insisted on showing us as much of the city as possible. We hopped in a taxi to go from one stadium to the other, and the taxi drivers insisted that he'd give us a guide to see the best part of the city. And we've ended up in an area of the city we could have never imagined. Look at that.
We've seen some atmospheres around the world, as you know. Is Bosnia going to compete?
It's going to be better, trust me.
It gets something into you, you know, you're like levitating in the air.
It's difficult to explain. You must be here to feel that energy.
Isto tako, kad se znači, nađe taj neki identitet i sve ostalo, znači vrlo je važno za igrače kad imaju taj neki podstrek od strane publike, kad znači, neko ima tamo da prepozna to. Fudbal smo počeli zato što volimo fudbal, zato što se osjećamo dobri igrajući fudbal, zato što imaju te neke relacije sa ljudima poput tvoga razmišljanja.
Sigurno da bez navijača klub ne bi bio tu što jeste, da mnogo daju klubu, s njihova podrška na našim utakmicama nama mnogo znači i mi pokušavamo da im se svakom utakmicom odužimo.
When it comes to Želje Sarajevo, you have to just understand one thing. It's my tradition against your tradition, my history against your history, my arguments against your arguments, my philosophy against your philosophy.
You will see on Sunday here how the people forget about everything. They don't think about their wives, girlfriends, only the game. Derby game is something else.
All right, and so Derby Day along with the weather have arrived, and they've really combined to create quite a special atmosphere here in Sarajevo. We've started our Derby Day morning in the Old Town because Horizla, the ultras of FK Sarajevo, have organised a march to the game. We can already see the colours, we can already hear the chants. So let's go experience what it's like to march to a derby. So the march is coming to an end, basically because we're about to hit the stadium, Gubavica, where the game's being played, and we've been told in no uncertain terms that this goes to another level. Well, the people of Sarajevo did tell us that just because their clubs weren't as well known didn't mean that we weren't going to come across one of the best derby displays we've seen, and they were spot on. Perhaps the stadium wasn't the biggest, perhaps the football on the pitch wasn't the best, but we saw plenty of firsts here, some incredible scenes. Really, Copper 99 shouldn't be surprised. All week being here, we have seen a people who give their everything to their beloved clubs despite the hardships they have faced in the past and in the present, and it really has been humbling. The best way to sum up our time here, this derby, these people, is probably from a quote I heard earlier in the week. We don't have much money, we've been through a lot, but what we do have is tradition and love. That's all we need. And in that Bosnia, you're everything football should be.